So in example 1, we're going to find the surface area of each pyramid and round our answer to the nearest tenth as necessary. So our formula for total surface area is 1/2 P times L plus B. So remember with me again that this stands for 1/2 times perimeter. Perimeter of what? It's perimeter of the base of the pyramid times slant height plus area of the base. That's what all of that stands for. P stands for perimeter, slant height, there's your L, area of the base, there's your B for the formula. So perimeter of the base is not too bad. This is a regular triangle, so all three sides would be 15. So I'm going to call this 1/2 times 15 for each side times 3 sides for our perimeter. So that part is the perimeter. Then for our slant height, it actually tells us in the problem. Our slant height is this altitude of the side. It's the 20. So we're going to put in 20 for the slant height. And then plus, that was slant height, plus area of the base. So since our shape is a regular polygon, there's technically two different ways to solve this, but we're going to do 1/2 apothem times perimeter for the area of the base. And this is all still A, friends. Okay, so perimeter of our base we know, so we basically have 45 times 20, 45, which is 15 times 3, plus 1/2 times our apothem we don't know yet, but we know our perimeter is 45. We knew that already because 15 times 3, right? So let's think about how to find that apothem. Remember that our strategy to find the apothem, so that goes from the center perpendicular to the base, and we know that a whole side is 15, so half of a side would be 7.5. We know if we can just find this little angle here, that's enough information to find the apothem here. This right here is the apothem, right? So let's say we're going to divide this up into 3 congruent triangles. So we're going to do 360 degrees for all 3 of those central angles divided by 3. Each one will be 120 degrees. And so that will be, 120, 120. And then when we draw in that apothem, that makes this 60. So we do have a complex 30, 60, 90 here. In which case, if across from 60 is a whole number, then across from 30 is that number square root 3 over 3. Now, remember with me, friends, if you're not comfortable doing the complex 30, 60, 90, you can always just use good old sine, cosine, or tan to solve. In this case, we could have used tangent of 60 equals 7.5 over a, and that would have gotten you your answer as well. So we have 1/2 times 45 times 20 plus 1/2 times 7.5 square root 3 over 3. So this was our apothem here. And again, if you're more comfortable finding that number using sine, cosine, or tan, you certainly can. Okay, so we're going to put all this in our calculator, and I'm getting that to come out to be 547.4. 547.4 to the nearest tenth, and that would be centimeters squared. Okay, so let's look at another one over here in part B. Again, a regular polygon, same formula, surface area equals, this time I'm just going to write 1/2 PL plus B, and if you need to reference what that means over there at the left, you certainly can, or above. So 1/2 times, if each side of this square is 6, we know our perimeter will be 6 times 4. Our slant height, this time it does not give to us. So we're going to have to find the slant height. Although let's go ahead, let's just write L for now, because we'll come back and find that. Plus the area of the base, that's pretty not too bad, because that's just a square, right? So we're just going to do base times height, or side times side, whatever you want to call that. Is just 6 times 6 for the area of the base. All right, let's go back and look at that slant height though, because we still didn't know that. We have a lovely 30, 60, 90 triangle here on the side, on the lateral side, the triangle side of this pyramid. We know that a whole side, the base of the whole side is 6, so half would be 3 for the base of this turquoise triangle. So we have 30 up top across from the 3. So across from 60, our slant height would be 3 square root 3. Okay, so let's plug that all in. We have 1/2 times 24. 6 times 4 gives me 24, right? Times 3 square root 3 plus 6 times 6 gives me 36. We're going to put all that in our calculator. And I'm getting that to come out to be 98.35. So to the nearest tenth, we look at the 3's place. Let's just look to the right, 5 or greater. So we're going to round up. That would be 98.4 feet squared.